Pretty Little Liars, Summer School features the return of the Little Liars, Imogen, Tabby, Farron, Mouse, and Noah, and the first 2 episodes were full of shocking twists and frights as the girls faced a new villain. As teased in the finale of Original Sin, aka Arthur Waters, broke out of jail and went on a killing spree. Thankfully, his reign of terror was brief, as Imogen and Tabby worked together to figure out where he was, and the police promptly arrested him, again. Then, Episode 1 flashed forward 6 months to the end of the girls' sophomore year. Unfortunately, things didn't go back to how they were before. Terrorized Imogen, Tabby, Farron, Mouse, and Noah, and many others. The girls still had residual trauma from their experience in Pretty Little Liars, Original Sin, and thankfully, they started seeing a therapist, for group and individual sessions. Fans of the original Pretty Little Liars series may recognize the character, Dr. Ann Sullivan, played by Annabeth Gish. The actress reprises her role from the previous show to help the teens process their trauma. The bad news is that there's a whole lot more trauma coming their way. Murdered 5 people after escaping prison at the end of Original Sin. Archie Waters was caught and sentenced to death. Pretty Little Liars, Summer School Episode 1 began with the 5 girls celebrating Christmas by exchanging gifts. The scene was lighthearted, and almost dreamlike, until Kelly called Imogen to warn her about Archie's escape. Had murdered Sheriff Beasley, Chip, Madame Gyrie, Steve, and a drug dealer who used to sell drugs to Noah's mother. The police later caught Archie 1 week after his escape at his sister's grave, but his work was done. He tied up all his loose ends and was ready to return to jail. The girls stressed over Archie's sentencing hearing for the entirety of the premiere. They were worried that an insanity plea would work, sending to a mental hospital, which is much easier to break out of. Imogen, Tabby, Farron, Mouse, and Noah's worries were eased by the hour's end, though, as Archie received the death penalty and would be executed. They do not have to worry about him anymore. His mother, on the other hand, is another story. Imogen gave her baby up for adoption, but not to Aria and Ezra. Imogen was hesitant to let go of her daughter. The Pretty Little Liars, Original Sin finale implied Aria and Ezra from Pretty Little Liars would adopt Imogen's baby, but those plans changed in the months between Christmas and summer. Instead, Imogen found another couple, Rob and Blake Winters, to care for her daughter, Estelle. Bailey Madison's TV character later explained that she called the adoption off with Aria and Ezra because she got a weird vibe from that Ezra dude.